So let's put this VDD brand SCAR electric gel ball blaster together. All right, so the brand is VDD, just the letters. I've shown you the unboxing. Now let's actually get it all ready to go. Okay, so I've charged up the battery. So this is what your battery looks like. Comes with your charger, just plug it into an AC adapter. It'll be a red light when it's charging, and then the red light will turn off when it's ready to go. Okay, this will show you it's a 4-pin connector. So with this battery, it goes inside up top here. So what we're gonna do, put it in here first, and then click it together. Once we get to about here, let's see if that's, yeah, that's gonna be the easiest way probably to do so. And then it should just all kind of fit in there nicely. Now when you're taking it out, be careful and be patient, even if you need to grab a needle nose pliers. You don't want to rip those out of there. All right, let me move those out of there so they stop making that noise. Anyway, the battery takes a couple hours to charge. Playtime is really going to vary from, you know, a couple hours probably to who knows how long, depending on how much you're shooting it and if you're shooting it in fully automatic. So let's go ahead and put the stock on right away then. We got that on there. So this should just slide on. So we're just going to push it on. Yep, just push it on until it clicks. Okay. Here's the release to remove it. Okay, that's what that button's for, is when you're pulling it off. So we got that on there. Now we've got a scope. This one has a rail that actually tightens. So in some of these, we can slide it over, but the way this rail's set up, it actually is set up so that that screw goes in between two of the slots. So you just kind of got to flip it on like I did, because it's not going to slide, right? So flip it on where you want it and then tighten it onto the rail. And so you've got it tightened on the rail and you've got the screw in between two of the slots on the rail. So it's a good secure way to put it on. Okay, we've got your muzzle, barrel extension, whatever you'd like to call it. That can just be pushed on the front. Just use pressure. It's going to leave that little bit of orange there still. Of course, be careful when you're doing that, because then it just makes the gun look more realistic. Okay, so we've got this all set up. I think right now, before we put the gel, before we talk about gel balls, let's just make sure that it's shooting. Okay. All right, it's shooting properly. And then if you flip it over to a single shot, that's when you can go ahead and use this and shoot like that, or automatic when you flip it down here to the 3 bullets. Okay, so putting it on single shot is essentially putting it on safety. So that's what we're going to do for now. We've got it on safety. All right, the battery, when this first comes to you, charge the battery completely, like I mentioned. That'll give you the best performance. It does come with a little shoulder strap if you want to use it. That would just connect here and here. Of course, there's lots of aftermarket ones too. So now let's talk about gel beads, right? So this is the set that came with 3 of these. So 3 times 20,000, you got 60,000 gel beads, which is a lot. You're going to have a lot that are going to last a long time. And then here's your speed loader, which you can also use to soak your gel beads in. So when it comes to gel beads, you want to use plenty of water and give plenty of time. They say at least 4 to 6 hours. I typically just recommend soaking the gel beads overnight and then just draining off any excess water. So, you know, it's a little bit of an experiment when you first start, but just try to guess more water, and remember, these grow a lot more than you think they will. Okay, so I'd start off with a small amount of gel beads, and then plenty of water, drain off the water, and then you'll kind of get the hang of it depending on your container. Okay, so like I said, you can even just go ahead and soak them in here. So that's what I'm going to show you. So you can see in there the gel beads, right? And then they've been soaked to full size. I've strained off any excess water, so they're ready to go. Now this container is pretty nice because it's basically got a funnel built into it. So when we're loading it into the magazine, it's a lot easier with something like this. The magazine opening is just smaller than some of the grenade style hoppers we see on other blasters. So it's nice to have that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and we just would pour pour them in. So it's just going to fill it up. All right, so you can see it's filled up nicely with gel beads, or gel balls now. We're ready to go. Magazine just clicks in here like you'd expect. Push it in. Here's your release. Then it comes out. One thing really important with all gel blasters, when you're done playing, make sure there's no extra gel beads in here. They will just kind of eventually partially evaporate, break down, and those little pieces can cause clogs and jams and just stuff you don't want to deal with. So when you're done shooting, make sure your magazine's empty. I even take it, open it, and then just shake it a little bit just to make sure that there weren't any in there still. That way you're going to be good to go and you're going to be ready for the next time around. Other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. This one's a fairly quick, easy one to set up. So it's the VDD brand SCAR electric gel ball blaster. Come back for a video where we'll shoot it and test the FPS.